the Premier said during the announcement of Sapahar as the chief was that this is not about replacing the RCMP, but more about supplementing the services that are provided to communities.
When the RCMP provide policing to, say, a town or an urban center, how is that determined what kind of services the RCMP will provide as a contract policing service?
And I think that's a really good question. So there's several different contracts. So the Provincial Police Service Agreement is an agreement between the province and Canada with respect to who's going to police, and the RCMP are the chosen service at that time.
Okay.
The municipal agencies, 5,000 and above, the population of 5,000 above, fall under a different contract, which is the MPSA, the Municipal Police Services Agreement, again, between the community and the Government of Canada. So
that would be between the city and
right.
the RCMP.
Right,
Okay.
and the Government of Canada. There's a lot of confusion around priorities. Who sets the priorities? In fact, I had a friend of mine ask me the other day, why does the federal government set priorities for provincial policing in Alberta? That's not the case. In fact, we're legislatively required to create those priorities with the Government of Alberta. Every community, and Alberta's a big place. We police over 90% of the geographic region of Alberta.
Right.
Every community has different needs. So every detachment commander has the ability to set the priorities for that community.
You know, there's a letter circulating written by the RCMP Commissioner, Mike Duhem, and addressed to Premier Danielle Smith. It says the Alberta Next panel is presenting some incorrect information about the RCMP. So that may be one of the things you're talking about. What other inaccuracies do you think are being presented?
We work very, very hard to work closely with Calgary, Edmonton, other police agencies in this province. And I think that's a commitment there. The other one is identifying, I think, context around a lot of the statements or some of the concerns that have been stated. For instance, if you look at staffing is an issue in policing in this country and in North America. And I think you just have to look at police agencies that are actually offering signing bonuses to bring police officers.
Right.
I've been doing this for 37 years. That's never happened before. So that tells you that there are there's some challenges around staffing, not just unique to the RCMP.
One of the things that was raised by the letter was that French language requirements limit promotions for many Albertans. Is that accurate?
That's not the case in Alberta, and I can tell you, and that's where some of the complexity around these and assumptions are made. There's designated English positions. Mine and all our leadership positions in Alberta are designated English, and so we do recommend. I mean, we wish that our members and we support them in gaining languages, whatever language, not just French, but French as well as other languages. Mm-hmm. But that's not it's not a requirement in Alberta.
Let me ask you this: if provincial policing goes ahead in Alberta, and it looks like it will, it looks like it's inevitable, what role will the RCMP play? Where do you see the RCMP fitting in?
Well, I see that the RCMP will continue to be in this province. Taking over policing, we've seen it with some of the areas that have tried to transition. It's complex and it's difficult in municipalities, let alone in a region like in Alberta. So I believe the RCMP will be here to stay for a long time.